Hey folks, welcome back to the Talos Principle 2 and the Circular Oasis. Last time we conquered 2 of the lost puzzles, or both of them, I suppose is the other way to put it, and learned that poor Miranda had died after an error 5358 occurred at an unauthorized trial of the Noema project. Now, there's a part of me that thinks she's not 100% dead. I think maybe she's been absorbed into the system somehow. But that, if it did happen that way, is not evident or clear to, or was not evident or clear to either Athena or Cornelius as they grieved her loss and her death. So, a very dark time in their personal history, and a disappointment for us as we'd hoped to meet her, speak with her. It's never going to happen. Unless she is Error 5358. It's not clear. We'll leave that speculation for later now, however, and take a look at this terminal, this palm reader. The first text here is The Riches by author Rosebud Liquidator _44 from selected archive documents R through T. Getting rich was the worst thing that ever happened to me. I see that now, at the end, when the insight is useless. Not being poor was great. No longer having to worry all the time, being able to afford the best doctors, being able to go on holidays, being able to take care of my mother. But being rich, it just isolated me. It changed every interaction with every other person because suddenly I had the ability to change their life, to fix all their problems, and they knew it, and I knew it. A simple choice on my part could take away so much of their pain. Every interaction became infected by this inequality between us, and it made me bitter. It made me feel every relationship, even with family, was transactional. I was desperately looking for some genuinely human experience, but I seemed excluded from that now. And it made me resent everyone. What I didn't see, what I only now see as I'm dying, is that I could have used that money for good. All of it. I don't mean giving it to some NGO run by other rich people. I mean really using it. I loved movies. How many indie movies could I have financed? How many books could I have gotten published? And how much could I have just built? Not another villa for myself, but things that would benefit civilization in general. Hell, I could have just given it away. Made all those lives better. Taken away that pain. And if at the end of the day, I was only left with enough money to be upper middle class, so what? At least I would have been the person I wanted to be. Athena comments, resource wealth as such has no value. It only matters in terms of the ability to act. But what made this ancient human so unable to act? It can't have been a personal failing, as most people of similar wealth acted the same way. Cornelius replied, perhaps the answer lies in scarcity, or a system built on it, naturally optimizing towards resource accumulation. Historical circumstances, not individual sin. And Miranda says, but I have read about rich ancients who did act differently. They were rare, but they did exist. So it is possible for people to defy the will of history. A message here to Athena from Trinculo. It's all a joke, isn't it? A giant prank perpetrated on all of us. The goal, the founder, the simulation. I don't even think you exist. I don't think biological humans ever existed either. What nonsense. I bet these messages just go to the mayor's inbox. Or straight into the recycling bin. You all suck, LMAO. Bitterness, anger, cynicism. She saw all of that in New Jerusalem. I think she failed to see the good parts, the sparks of hope, the potential for a better future. I think she was too disillusioned, too easily abandoned New Jerusalem. But maybe, I mean, what do I know? I wasn't there. More notes from Hypatia. Day 676. After the chaos of the last months, quiet has returned to the city. I suppose we're calling it a city now. Although this small collection of dwellings, inhabited by a mere 25 people, seems to barely deserve that designation. We'll have to come up with an actual name soon. I suspect, after the first 1 or 2 decades, calling it the city is going to get a little bit stale. Everyone has an opinion, of course. It's the talk of the town these days. I'm personally hoping that New Alexandria will win out in the vote next week, although I suspect Elohim's legacy carries the most weight. Byron came up with some silly suggestions like CATSTANTINOPLE, Very New York, and Robot Paris. I like all 3 of those, and that's probably the episode title here. And then somebody left a comment, but we have failed to load their profile. Was there a 4th person out here? I would guess maybe Liftraiser showed up eventually. If any one of the companions knew about what Athena, Cornelius, and Miranda were up to out here, I would guess it would be him. But we just don't know. And here's that number again, 5358.
This one seems to be corrupted. It's almost like something tried to delete it as you were downloading it. Pandora, maybe.
That is interesting. Okay. Well, puzzle number 1's right here, so we'll do it. I haven't found either of the star puzzles yet, which concerns me. They're usually the ones that involve trekking across the map searching for some tiny little switch hidden somewhere. And I like to get those out of the way early, if I can. But let's go ahead and hop inside puzzle number 1. This is puzzle number 1, yes. Where's the signboard? Yeah, here we go. Okay. So we've seen that they have anti-gravity things as kind of a theme. This one's called Centrifuge. Oh, okay. So this platform looks like it rotates, right? Rotate platform clockwise and counterclockwise. All right. Okay, I see how it is. So here we have an RGB converter. This could be used to make a green light. I wonder if we can see a Pandora statue somewhere, or a connector to which we could theoretically send some green light. There's also the red light emitter, but there's nothing else we can do. So let's go counterclockwise. Now, interestingly... Oh, I see. They put the gates up while it's rotating, so you can't sneak something quickly through from one to the other, huh? All right. Here's a connector. Obviously, we have blue and green emitters. And then we have an inverter here. Okay. I mean, is it me or is this one pretty easy to solve, right? We have red and blue. Oh, I've gone... I need to go... Hold on. One more like this. There we go. Oh, I see the problem. No, this is fine. So we take red, turn it into blue, and then turn that into green. That one was pretty straightforward. All right, puzzle number 1 solved. We do have a new message here. What do you see? On the public boards from Canada. Well, we see a maze with a red dot representing perhaps a location. A person trapped in a maze, desperately looking for a way out. Someone greeting their friend, happy to be living in a beautiful place. Ancient human calling someone on a phone. And nothing. I did see a maze. I don't know about desperately looking for a way out. The guy shooting laser beams from his eyes. It's an eyeball inside a giant robot. A frog, a Frenchman. No, I mean, my first instinct was maze, so I guess I agree with Arinia. Canada says, I appreciate your perspectives. Thank you all. I'm not sure I'm going to continue in this abstract style, as I've been drawn back to more representational art, which just feels more substantial to me. But this has been an interesting diversion. All right. Let's see if we can't find some star puzzles somewhere. Okay, I do see 2 question marks on the board. Now, are they down there? How do we get down there? There are bridges to the central area. And then maybe we climb down somehow? Maybe there's an elevator? Oh, interesting. I can't actually... I don't think I can make that jump either. I don't think I can survive that fall or make that jump. How would I get down there? Do I need to partially solve a Tetramino first? I think both the star puzzles are down there. Hold on. It's a bit... I'm a bit confused by this. So far, I have not seen a way to get down there. Like, if I hop up here and try to make that jump, can I make it? I don't think so. Yeah, that's a death right there. What's the deal? We might need to use the puzzles that are available to us on this upper level. I think we do. Yeah, it looks like we do. Oh, look, we got a little bunny rabbit here. Run, bunny. It does look like we need to solve the external puzzles first so that we can make our way over here. I don't see... Is there another way down that I'm missing? I guess we could jump into the water and see if that broke our fall, like... I could try falling there, but I don't think that would work either. Do we try going for the lake? I think that'll just be another death. I can try it. That's a death. Okay, so that's a no. All right. I think probably we need to... I do remember when we first arrived here, actually, I think Melville said something to the effect that there should be a thing here. Oh, wait a minute. There's a... Okay, this is it. This is how we get down. Okay. My bad. I think she said something to the effect that there's something missing here. There should be an elevator or an entry to the tower, but there isn't. Oh, look at this. We got red frogs. Okay, now that we're down on this level, let's check out the question marks. What do we have? Huh. Seems like it's actually up there. What about this one? This one's a terminal. Okay, I guess we'll check this out. We have a text here called Extinction. From selected archive documents D through F, author unknown. The dodo, extinct because of Homo sapiens. Stellar sea cow, extinct because of Homo sapiens. The Labrador duck, extinct because of Homo sapiens. The Rocky Mountain locust, extinct because of Homo sapiens. The thylacine, the deepwater cisco, the golden toad, the northern white rhinoceros, the splendid poison frog, the Amur leopard, literally every last orangutan, extinct because of Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens, what do you think will happen to them? It's time for this madness to end. Cornelius comments, a shameful list, and yet We're the only species that would ever make such a list and feel bad about it. Miranda questions, because extinction is normal in nature? A common side effect of evolution? Cornelius. Exactly. What I want you to think about is this. Is natural extinction less tragic? Should we be less opposed to it? Where is the difference, if there is one at all? We've discussed this. The difference is that we have control, we have choices, and we have the ability to understand the consequences of our actions. Animals that act on instinct through evolution, that hunt another species to extinction, they don't have those choices. They don't have control. They're not self-aware. It's only consciousness that can choose. We also have an audio track here from Trevor. Those are always fun. Let's listen to that.
Man, this sucks. It's one thing hearing about the symptoms. It is another totally to experience them. I feel like an insect trapped in resin, slowly congealing. I can keep working for a while, though. There's still a bunch of critical tasks. I don't know what I'll do when I'm done. A lot of people have gone home, but Alexandra's still here. I don't think she's left even once, not even when her best friend died. We chatted a bit yesterday. She likes peanut ice cream. Not pistachio. Peanut. Well, at least we can agree that strawberry is an abomination.
Yeah, we experienced this in the first game too, listening to Alexandra's diaries. They started out talking about the grand scheme, the dream, the hope. But as the end approached, even a great soul like Alexandra Drennan was afraid, was full of sadness and regret at her own mortality. And Trevor is fast approaching that Rubicon as well. It's hard to listen to, honestly. We do have another palm reader here. Let's check it out. A comment from Liftraiser. So he was here, I guess.
There is a kind of peace here in the desert. A perfect silence. This is a dead place. More dead than almost anywhere else on Earth. If the ground could have a personality, it would be malevolent. But as I said before, all this in some sense does not exist at all. It does not hate us. It is simply the opposite of everything that life requires. When you sit in the dunes and you hear only the wind and nothing else at all, and all the complexities of civilization fade away, you truly understand that spiritual peace is a great evil, a kind of shallow banality that we must always strive against. It is spiritual excitement and enthusiasm which sustain our humanity. Spiritual peace is a vile and cowardly surrender to oblivion.
Gosh, he is so strident in his opinions. What do we have here? Oh boy, this one's gnarly. We can see some X's. This one's hard to understand. There's an X down there near the central tower. Are these switches? And then I'm not sure how to interpret this. Man, this one could be rough. This map is hard to understand. Like if I... Well, we can see that P there. Maybe we can pick the quadrant out. If we look for a puzzle down there that has like a P shape in it, like that. What can we see down here? That doesn't really look like what I'm looking for. I don't think so. What about over here? We'll just circle around until we understand it. That one maybe could be it. Let me look at this diagram. God, it's so hard. I can't zoom in here. Where was it? Okay, so if we look at these, one is kind of... It's got two sides that are thick and two that are thin. That one has like a comb on the bottom of it, with a square and a circle in the middle. This one has a P with the bottom of the P pointing towards a big square. Can we recognize any of those? That one kind of has two sides that are thick. It's so hard to tell. Well, actually, you know what? I can use this to get a better view of them. Let's see. That one's kind of open at the bottom, it feels like. And then the one over here... the camera moves so slowly. That could... So that one was open at the bottom with three thick sides. This one, I guess from a certain perspective, maybe there's a bit of a P there. It looks like it's got like a thick thing at the top and then a thing in the middle. I'm trying to orient myself on this map. We didn't really see the comb. It's hard to tell. Let me run around to the other side and check out the other two. Maybe one of them will be, like, obviously one of the things we're looking for. Now, this is interesting. Why is there a rock right here? Yeah, I can't really tell with that. Also, I don't know where the... Oh, okay. The second one is there. It looks like we're going to need a green light again. That's a Pandora puzzle. Let me see this map one first. We gotta go the long way around here. Let's see what you look like from above. Keep moving. Sometimes the camera stops moving. This one's kind of thin compared to the others, I guess. It's pretty clearly a square. And yeah, pretty even sides. This thing across the top of the middle is weird. What about the one over here? We do have a hologram here, so I'll take a moment to watch this.
She's remarkable, isn't she? She sees so much beauty in everything.
She is, you're right. But I'm not sure she doesn't see too much beauty.
Is it wrong to be delighted by the perfection of the universe? To look at what surrounds us and experience awe instead of just fear?
No, but to call it perfection implies a kind of moral value that it doesn't have. The universe is cold, Athena. It doesn't care about us, or about life, or civilization. It fundamentally cannot care. But Miranda seems to think it's almost benevolent, purposeful.
You're right. But have you considered that maybe she sees something we can't see? A step ahead? You know, Cornelius, if we succeed, the next generation will not be like us. They might see the world in ways we never could have imagined. Maybe she's the first sign of that.
I hope so. I really do, Athena. You know that I love her, and I am perpetually amazed that this being we created that came solely from our minds is so profoundly different and unique. That does strike me as a kind of miracle. But it's also a huge responsibility, and I worry about our choices.
This place is a mix of the last moments they shared with her and the sorrow they felt after she blew herself up. It's kind of hard to listen to sometimes. I really can't make heads nor tails of this. I can't understand it at all. We're looking for 3 X's, and I don't have a frame of reference for which direction is which. I guess we can go down there and look for the switch, this X right here, and then that'll tell us which quadrant is which. I guess that's the best idea I can come up with. Just go down there and search for it. Wait a minute. How do I get down again? It's near this thing over here. I spend so much time on these puzzles just running around from place to place. It's somewhat frustrating. It does look like Yakut wants to talk.
Hey 1K, what's up?
You okay?
I don't know. Still feeling a bit shaken by Miranda's death.
It's okay to talk about it.
Thanks, 1K. Maybe in a while. I'm still processing.
That's all. So we do have 4 puzzles down here. And in one of the quadrants, near one of them, there should be some kind of a switch or something. But it should be in near the central tower, right? We just kind of have to look for it and hope we find it, I guess. Okay, so it's here. So where are we? We're heading towards the south? Yeah, there's east, west. So the southernmost quadrant corresponds to the one with the switch. All right. So that should help us. Okay, so now if we look at this, so that is south, that's north. That means one of the switches should be, what is this? This would be west. Should be on the southwest side, or the, yeah, this, like we go west to get there, and then it's on the south, kind of southwestern side of the structure. So if we go due west from the center of the tower, which would be this way, but we need to start with the tower being due east. Assuming that map is relatively accurate. All right, so the tower's east of us. If we go west, we're looking for a structure there. And then on the southwestern side of it, so I guess it would be this, maybe? Could be. Should be. And then somewhere on the southwestern side? Is there anything else further? Let me look at this again. So if that's south, this is west, and then it's actually a little bit north. It's like it should be right around here somewhere, if this is the right object. And I think it has to, because there's nothing further west but more desert. I mean, I can take a quick gander over the dunes. See, I don't actually know how far we can go like this. At some point, I feel like we'll be stopped. But like, let me just get to this rise here. I think this just goes on forever. Let's find out. Yeah, there's nothing else out here. Okay. So wait a minute. Somewhere on the exterior here, there should be a switch. It might not be on the building itself. It might be like on a rock or something, but it should be fairly close, I would think. Like, it wouldn't surprise me to find it right here, for example, but let's take one more quick peek. It's like at the base of a double line. Almost like it should be right here. Right here. Are they all double lines or? I'm looking at these like long pillars. This is number 1. I guess it could be this thing, whatever this is. I don't actually know what this is. But this is, well, this is fairly west of the structure. Does this make sense? We can see 2 lines, 2 lines, 1 line, 1 line. I'm not seeing any parallel to that here. Whereas I at least see the double lines on this structure. What actually is this? It's not on the compass. We have a ram sign there. I'm not sure what else to call it. Like a statue? Huh, now this goes down and underneath. Oh, this is the gold gate. Okay. I don't think it's there. So I think it has to be over here at number 1. But I'm just not seeing whatever it is we're looking for. It seems like we found one switch, so it should be another switch. And it should be here on the south side. It's like right... This line is like pointing to it. This double line is like pointing to it. Like it should be right here. It clearly is not, however. There it is. Oh, you sneaky bastard. Okay, found it. All right. Whew. All right, so that means we're on the right path here. That was this one. I think that was this one. Unless it was this one. No, because we went west of the tower to get here. So we need to go due southwest, which means we need the tower to be to the northeast. And there's another structure there. So if we get the tower so that it's towards the northeast, we're going to be over here. Somewhere around here, I think. Yeah. It's got to be somewhere around here. The last switch is hidden here somewhere. Yeah, this is basically correct. Let's see. And then for this one, it's on the south side of the structure. So if we take the structure as our starting point, then we're on the south side here. It should be around here somewhere. Let me climb up a bit. No, it won't let me. Okay. Where are you hidden away, Mr. Switch? Should be here somewhere. Where is it? It's on the south side of the structure. No. South is this way. It's on the eastern side of the structure. It's over here. Okay, where are you? You're somewhere in here, I think. There you are. Gotcha. Okay. Ooh, that's a relief. I hate those so much. Those are the ones that are the most, like, frustrating to me. That's why I get them out of the way as soon as we arrive in an area. Let me go grab that star up, then we'll take a look at the Pandora puzzle, see if we can trace any kind of connectors so we have an idea where to send our green beam. And then we'll get started on the puzzles themselves. I think we've now seen all the terminals in this area as well. Let's see what our girl has to say. Our girl, the Sphinx. Long run across the desert to get there, but that's okay. I just feel this like sense of relief when these are done. The puzzles are interesting to me. These are just obstacles that have to be cleared.
If the answers of philosophy are true, why has no philosopher changed the world?
I don't think that's true. I think philosophers have changed the world. All right, Miss Pandora, where, oh where, does your little light go? Oh, there is another question mark over there. Wait a minute, I lost track of what I was doing. Is she on the other side of this? What was this question mark? Was this her or was it something else? No, that's her. We just haven't actually... That's right. I saw her from a distance, but I never got close enough to trigger it. Okay. Okay, now for once you actually want a red beam. You want a red beam, don't you? Do you have... I feel like sooner or later there's going to be one where there's like multiple gates. But it seems like red is all she cares about. And let's see. It couldn't come from down below. I feel like it would have to come from one of the puzzles up above. Although there could be like a connector on the tower or something that receives a light from below. It could happen that way. I mean, there's so much open space that it's hard to get a clue as to where we should start looking. You know what I mean? Like sometimes there's a hint of a direction, like it can't come from there, it can't come from there, that kind of a thing, but I don't really see that here. There, for all I know, there could be a connector at the top of that, which goes way down to the bottom. I can't tell from here. All right, we're just gonna have to figure it out later. All right, well, which puzzles have we actually done here? We've done Puzzle 1 and the 2 lost puzzles. We have an idea that we need red light for the Pandora Star puzzle. So let's go to number 2 and get started there. Let's see, where is 2? Over this way. More running, surprise, surprise. Running through the desert, trying to get to where I want to go. Would be nice if the expedition had developed jetpacks, you know what I mean? I suppose that would make the puzzles much more hard to design if you could just fly wherever you wanted. Like, blue gate in my way. Well, I'll just fly over it. Puzzle not really solved, more like bypassed. Okay, here we go with number 2. Eyes out for red lights. Let's see what we've got here. This one's called the passageway. All right, well, we've got a connector, an emitter, and a receiver. That seems like a good place to start. What else have we got in here? Ah, another rotator. Okay, okay. So let's just come back here and take this inside. And we can use the red light, perhaps. Yep, okay. Now we have 2. And the interesting question becomes, how do we get 3? How do we get 3? I think we need to... Well, I'm not sure. Hold on. I think that needs to be there. And then we need to get the blue light on an angle with the other one. So I think this probably needs to be more like here. And then we go left like this. Grab the blue light and connect it up. There we go. All right, now we have 3 connectors. Very nice. So what are we actually trying to do to solve the puzzle? Where are we trying to go? I think down there. Yeah, down there. Okay. And for that to work, we need to go like this, I think. So we get one puzzle over here to get the blue light. And then another puzzle over here to do, I don't know, something like this. What's over here? Oh, nasty. Now we need red light, huh? So we probably need to self-power these through this gate with the third one, I think. So like this comes here. I guess it has to be inside. Like that. And then we can remove that, right? And we can remove this. So that self-powers that, which lets us take the red light through the other side. Now, how do we get the red light through? We just turn it one more time. Yeah. Okay, so this goes here. And then we solve the puzzle, right? Right. Okay, not too bad, that one. There is red light in there now. Should I... Yeah, I think that's what this architecture is about. I don't think there's a way for us to get the red light out of here. It's possible, maybe. Let's see, where is Pandora? Where is she? She was a ways away. I don't know if she even shows up on the... I don't know if she even shows up on the thing right now. Is there... There's something up there. Let me just check. Can I see that from in here? I kind of can. If I take you... Can I aim you at anything up there? Oh, look at that! There is a blue gate up there. Hold up. Hold it on up. Hold it on up. Hold it up, y'all. Hold it up. What is that doing? That powered something up. That lifted a connector. Okay, all right. Let's set in red up there then. I think that's what we're supposed to do. Yeah, okay. All right. That gets that powered up. So now we have red up there. I'm pretty sure that's a connector. And then where was Pandora? Where was she? I don't see her on my... Alcatraz has nothing to say. Where was she? It's like she doesn't show up on the thing until I get close enough to her. Over there. Or was that the Sphinx? I'm not sure. Let me head in that direction. Was that you? Hello? Pandora? No, that's the Sphinx. Why isn't she showing up? It does look like Melville has something to say.
What is it?
Oh, it's us who has a question to ask her. What do you think caused Miranda's death?
From examining the data, I think it simply came down to not taking enough precautions. Clearly, protocols existed that would prevent such accidents, but she didn't apply them. That's a technical answer. If you're looking for something more philosophical, I think it's easy to mistake insight for revelation. She thought she was meant to discover something, as if there was some force guiding her, and so she discounted the outcomes that didn't match her expectations.
I think that's an interesting perspective, and perhaps a commentary on where Cornelius and Athena went wrong with her. Such a shame. Okay, so there's definitely a red light up there, and she's over in this direction. I don't think we can see the red light from here. Where is she? She's over there. Where's the nearest place that we could expect to have a connector? We can see the red light right there. So anywhere in here that could target that and her could solve it for us. Yeah, we can just barely see it here. I think it might be blocked from over here, though. From puzzle 3? Might just be able to see it. I'm not sure. Let's go inside and check it out. Maybe there's not even a connector in here. Who knows? Dismantling. I'm not trying to solve this puzzle right now. I'm just looking around to see, is there a connector in here? I'd love to solve this before I close out the episode. The star, rather, not the... Yeah, I don't see a connector in here. I think we go one to the left, and maybe we'll find what we're looking for there. So, the next nearest thing would be what? There's not all that much up here, is there? The lost puzzle that we already solved? I mean, we can see the red light from here, and we can kind of sort of see it. Where's Pandora? Over there? Up on a hill? Yeah. Maybe here? Was this a puzzle? No, it's a Straton of Stygira. Oh man, okay. We're running out of time. We're already at like 48 minutes. I guess we'll listen to this.
We have of late been told much about what the citizen owes the city. Loyalty, obedience, gratitude. And I will not argue with those who say that without some loyalty to a greater good, a man is little more than a savage. And I will even say that these days there are more savages amongst us than amongst the barbarians, who we call savages out of ignorance and arrogance. But there is another question that we are rarely encouraged to ask. What does the city owe the citizen? What must it offer to earn loyalty, obedience, and gratitude? And if, as we have said, a city is a kind of machine, should a machine that does not fulfill its purpose perhaps be repaired or replaced?
Yeah, loyalty is a two-way street, right? I mean, I kind of agree with that. All right, we're right on the cusp of it, but we're clearly not going to solve this in the next minute. So I'm going to call it here. When we come back, I will do my damnedest to figure out how to solve that star puzzle. Then we'll move on to the more mundane, ordinary puzzles and wrap this section of the southern area up. power up the tower, and head back to the megastructure in hopes of finding Byron. All that, however, is going to have to wait for future episodes because I am taking a break here. Until then, as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care.